Hello everyone, welcome to News Generation. My name is Ifwa. Let me tell you what's coming up in this episode. Now, a 57-year-old woman has enrolled in primary school. The Convention People's Party has a new flag bearer and young people have their say in WhatsApp. Also, transport fares have gone up again. You share your thoughts with Deborah Busumbu in a discussion. All these and more coming up now. Please stay with us. News Generation, supported by
Cowbell with Vitarid.
Thanks for staying. Remember, you can catch up with us on social media. We're on facebook.com/NewsGenerationGH. We are also interactive on Twitter at NewsGenGH. Now, for many children in Ghana, getting access to a computer to study information computer technology is a rare privilege. That is why the Ngoli Foundation has built and donated an ICT lab to the Anumle cluster of schools. It's a joyous Saturday at the Anumle cluster of schools in Accra. This is because the school is getting an ICT laboratory for its students. It's a 40-seater lab with all the computer gadgets needed to study information computer technology. This was all made possible with the help of the Ngoli Foundation that wants to advocate education in the country. The center has been named the Sergeant Owens Computer Laboratory in honor of a United States Army soldier who was killed in Afghanistan in 2009.
I chose this school because it's a government school and it's a free education, it's free. But now we are telling the government to do this and this, whilst we are not helping the government. We also need to contribute towards the development of our own country, but we are not doing that. So my best decision together with my team is to help the government develop the government school so people can go for free instead of paying a lot of money to promote education. I mean, people are willing to pay 1,000 Ghana, 2,000 Ghana, whilst they are complaining the economy is hard. So why not donate this money to this school so they can, uplift the standard of education and promote it.
The children showed their excitement with some more cultural performances. Okay, now imagine being in class with someone as old as your mom. Sounds kind of weird, right? But a 57-year-old married woman at Obuase Braha Bebome has enrolled as a primary 4 pupil at the Independence Primary B school in the town.
57-year-old Rita Ofin has 5 children. Her eldest child is 39 years old. But Rita wants to get some education to improve her trading business. She claims her customers cheat her because she is illiterate. Rita Finn says she has been motivated to go to school despite her age because she sells cloth, and those who buy the fabrics offer part payment and refuse to pay back the rest because she is unable to keep records of the balance. Rita is also excited about going to school because her husband and children have all given her their support. Madam Ofin said she was certain that if she could record what amount was given her, the arguments she had with customers would end. The headmistress of the school, Faustina Mensah, said she thought Rita was joking, but when the school reopened, she reported for classes. She said initially the children were teasing her, but all the teasing has ceased.
Way to go, Rita, and it's never too late to go to school. Let us know what you think about this story on facebook.com/News Generation GH. Now, the Convention People's Party has elected a flag bearer, and it is Ivor Greenstreet. There has been a lot of talk of his potential as a presidential candidate, especially since Greenstreet's candidature makes him the first ever physically challenged flag bearer. Now, here is what you've been saying on WhatsApp.
Every person is equal. No one is perfect. So if you have the strength, the mind that you can do it, you can do it.
If he's disabled and he has the qualities, maybe he has the strength to take over the country, then we can allow. But if he knows because of his disability he can't manage the country well, then as for that one, we won't allow, because how the country is even going already, we are suffering. So if he's disabled and he can manage the country, we'll accept him.
Yes, it will make people vote for him, because it doesn't matter about the disability of him. It matters about the sense or the mind coming into to vote. So I think he'll be voted or he'll be elected.
They are going to vote for him because maybe because he's going to represent the disability people in Ghana, so that they may be like they'll have somebody in charge that is standing for them.
I don't know if he's a good person or a bad person, but I am hoping that he will be a good person, because we don't need a president that will increase corruption in Ghana, but we need a president that can reduce it. So if he is a good-hearted man and can reduce corruption in Ghana, I think he's fit for the presidency.
It will make the disabled be proud of themselves, like how he's representing them now, and it will make other countries show some appreciation for our presidential candidate, so that we'll get more effort in exchange of goods and other services.
It's not about what he's disabled, it's about what he has in mind. So that's what he's going to achieve us. For what, like when he goes to sit on the chair, what he has in mind is what he's going to prove out. So I agree, he can be.
He doesn't care whether he's disabled or not. He had the effort and the strength, and he has the good intentions of being a flag bearer, and he knows why, and make the disability proud of themselves.
Maybe he has the knowledge or those abilities to manage the country, so maybe people accept him. And if people look at his disability to ignore him, maybe he can't stand as a president.
It will not affect the party. How? Because he is also a human being, and as he is in CPP, he is doing something for us to vote for him, and he's using his mind, not his disableness. So it's about the knowledge and how he takes care of his country.
Your views on WhatsApp. Now, there's some more in local news round. Let's take you through. Italian Prime Minister Matteo Renzi visited Ghana earlier this week. The Prime Minister, who arrived on Monday evening, met with President John Mahama at the Flagstaff House and held the first round of meetings. On Tuesday, Mr. Renzi visited the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park and later addressed Parliament before departing Accra to Rome. President John Mahama will be commissioning another Community Day Senior High School at Kwaoba Nyanwa in the Eastern Region on Thursday. The project, which took almost 20 months to complete, has become the first senior high school established by government in the area. On March 3, 2014, President Mahama commissioned the construction of 50 out of 200 Community Day Senior High Schools. The Ghana Health Service says it will soon begin star rating public hospitals across the country. The classification will be based on the hospital's response to emergency situations, its human resource, equipment, and financial strength. Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Ebenezer Apiadinchira, in an interview with Joy News, said the ranking aims to improve service quality based on resources available to a particular institution. Top scorer of the Ghana Premier League last season, Kofi Owusu, has joined Aswan SC in the Egyptian League. Despite rumors of being linked to many other clubs including African giants TP Mazembe, Owusu has confirmed his move to Egypt. The striker joins the North African side from Brekum Chelsea, who finished third last season in the local football league. Gospel musician Sonny Badu has released a new single titled Imani. The single, released on Wednesday ahead of his upcoming album Sounds of Africa, is a song of thanksgiving to God for all his faithfulness through his ministry. He also added that Imani is dedicated to over 100,000 followers on social media platforms and fans in Kenya. Imani, which means faith and belief in Swahili, is an Afro-pop song produced and recorded by one of Ghana's finest producers, Francis Osei of Groove House Studios. Still to come, highlights of the Christ the King 60th anniversary talent explosion, and young people talk about the recent increase in transport fares. After the break. Thanks for staying. This is still News Generation with me, Ifwa Akwa Harrison. Remember, you can get interactive with us on social media. We are on facebook.com/newsgenerationgh. And we are also on Twitter at NewsGenGH. Now, transport fares have been increased by 15%. This is because of the recent petroleum sector levy that saw fuel prices also go up. So how has it affected you? Deborah Busumbu had a discussion with some pupils of the Sunflower International School.
On Monday, Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council announced the new transport fares that's up to 15%. So I'm here at Sunflower School to have a discussion with some students on what they think about the new transport fares. I want to know, do you think the 15% increment is reasonable and why?
I don't really think it's reasonable because it should be reduced. The taxi drivers get about 100 passengers in a day. So they have availability of money to do whatever they want to do with it.
What about you?
Sometimes our parents give us money to pick transport, but sometimes when they increase the amount of the money, we don't get some money to buy snacks. And it affects us because we will go hungry.
But as a pupil who is in school, I believe you bought a car when coming to school. Has it affected your budget, as in the amount they give to you on daily basis to school? Has it affected you?
Yes. Some cars, let's say they collect 21 and others collect 22. If my parents give me 21 and the car I bought, they say 22, I'll have to take the money from my snack money. So I'll not get enough money for the day.
What about you?
It has affected me because, one, you must plead with the driver so many times. And after the driver will say, okay, let's come. By the time you get to school, it's already late and you'll be punished.
We have to board a taxi. And we will plead with the man so many times. Usually we pay 5 cedis, then we will come. But now you mention 8 cedis, so when we say we will give him 5 cedis, then he will go. So we have to wait for another car and ask him.
Previously, how much do you used to pay when coming to school? And now, how much are you paying?
I used to pay about 3-4 cedis, but now I'm paying about 6 cedis.
And has it affected you in any way?
Yes, because I usually get about 8 cedi for school. So if it increases to 6 cedi, I only have 2 cedi for snack money.
My parents give me 10 cedis and I spend 7 cedis a day. So the 3 cedi is mine. But if they increase it, I have to reduce my money for the snack. So sometimes I don't normally eat for break.
With a 15% increment, according to the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council, they took certain factors into consideration, saying that buying of spare parts, charges obtained from license, and also road tolls. Do you think they should have factored these things into increasing the fares?
No.
Why?
Because they get more than 50 or even 100 passengers a day. So they'll get enough money to buy the spare parts and other things.
A day they can get more profit than what they have been getting. But right now, if I'm coming to school, first they collect 5 cedis, but now it's 8 cedis. And we have a driver who, like, is my friend, but only him, and he's the only person who has been collecting the 5 cedis.
When they increase it, we Ghanaians, we are going to suffer a lot because we are all Ghanaians. We have to be united. We have to be one. So you don't have to increase things that you buy.
It will come to a time we won't be using cars again because they've increased the petrol. It will also come to a time traders will stop selling the things and Ghana won't continue developing.
So those are what some of you, some of your friends at Sunflower School actually think about the recent increase in transport fares. Now it's time to catch up with some international news. A solar-powered bus has been unveiled in Uganda's capital, Kampala. According to makers of the bus, Uganda's Kira Motors, this solar-powered bus is the first in Africa. The bus was put on display on Tuesday at a stadium in Kampala. The makers hope to attract partners to help manufacture the bus for mass use. Texas Senator Ted Cruz has won the Iowa Republican caucuses in the first vote of the U.S. presidential campaign. He took 26% of the Republican vote, beating his rival Donald Trump. Votes in the Democratic race also show Hillary Clinton with a narrow win. Islanders on the Isle of Mull in Scotland were surprised when gale force winds caused 2 of the island's waterfalls to flow upside down. The waterfalls usually tumble dramatically into the sea on the southwest of the island. The combination of gale force winds and heavy rain caused by Storm Henry forced the waterfalls back up into the air. The strange event, which happened on Monday, was filmed by a local who put the video online. A skeleton found under the playground of a Scottish school could belong to a 16th century pirate. According to experts, the skeleton was found by council workers at Victoria Primary School in Edinburgh. Experts have studied the bones and think that the skeleton is probably more than 400 years old. They think that he may have been a pirate because the school where he was discovered is near a harbour. Harbours were once places where the bodies of criminals like pirates were put on display to warn others against bad behavior. Pep Guardiola has been hired to replace Manuel Pellegrini as Manchester City manager. Pep has agreed to a 3-year contract and will take over at the Etihad Stadium next season. The new manager is known for having high standards and has won more major trophies than virtually any other coach in Europe. So that was a roundup of international news stories. Now, this video made headlines in Kenya last year, but it has resurfaced and is trending. It's a video about an 8-year-old Nina Kanana who had the chance to read a speech at an event the Deputy Prime Minister of Kenya, William Ruto, was attending. Watch this.
I thought this day will never come, but alas, this poem? It's mine! If visions are horses, I would sit next to my Uncle Willie. But Daddy says it is not possible. I wonder why. There, I am not lucky. When you go to the bigger city, remember we love you because you have a big heart and you love God. Say hi to Uncle Huru and tell him I love him too. I hate to leave because the poem had to be short, but my dream is not short. To sit next to you one day. Bye bye, Uncle Willie.
And I guess she got her wish that particular day. Now let's move on. And on Friday, January 29th, the Christ the King International School celebrated their 60th anniversary with a talent explosion. We took our cameras to the National Theatre, and here are some highlights of the event.
He was not even in favor of our coming here. Hey, what was the use? He said, oh. But we said, oh. Even if we have nothing to do here, we must at least show our faces. Dr. Anansi, condolences.
The title of the play is The Marriage of Anansiwa. My name is Alvin Adigal and I'm Anansi, the main character. Anansi tries to weave a web to draw his daughter into plain dead so he can sell her to chief. So then he can squander some money from the chief.
That's the person that mind people came. Don't come. Oh, you will later. You will. It's okay. What if you come with me? Chief is coming. Oh, you will. Yeah. You marry you. You marry you, whether he likes it or not.
My name is Nshira Inimado. I school at Christ the King School and I'm 10 years old, almost getting to 11. I play the role of a Shapeni for Anansi, and then I'm also a property man, in a way a servant. The play is about being smart and being a trickster, so that when you are suffering, you get what you want so that you be comfortable. And the play was really nice.
Mandatory for me to place in your hands. Yes. Questions are that this must be the drink with which the farewell libation is poured when the lady is being put in the coffin. Oh!
I'm playing Chifu is Chief's Messenger, the richest Chief's Messenger. I'm also playing Akwesi. I want to marry a girl, but I can't prepare the hair drink. What I like about the play is that it's very organized and there are very polite people there.
My name is Alikemi Alpeklo. I am 12 years of age. The drama had more confidence in it. Even though we're at the back where we couldn't hear, at least their interpretation of the way they interpreted it gave us a broad understanding of what it entails. And also I love the choir mixed with the National Orchestra Symphony. It was quite great.
Thank all those who helped me make this a wonderful event, and my parents and all my friends, family members and loved ones.
My favorite character was Anansi because he portrayed everything Anansi really is, and he acted well and the way he did everything was very nice. He came here today because of our talent explosion. The choir sang and then they acted. We had a drama. The drama was about Anansi and his daughter and how he gave his daughter's hand in marriage to a chief.
60 years ago, Christ the King School was founded by Father Leslie Hatfield. He was an Englishman who came to Ghana as a Divine Word missionary priest, and he started a school with 5 children in one of his rooms. And since that time, we see the school has grown and grown. Now we have over 900 students in our school. So to commemorate this event, we had on Wednesday, we unveiled 2 busts. One of the Father Leslie Hatfield, who founded the school, and the other was the first headmistress. And today we all came here to the National Theatre for this talent explosion, when our children performed, singing, playing the organ, doing various things and having a wonderful play. And this is how we commemorated 60 years of existence of this wonderful school.
And to break the news to my loving son-in-law, so that his bitterness shall turn to sweetness. Christy Leatherman.
And on that exciting note, that's it for this edition of News Generation. Thank you so much for your company. Remember, you can always get in touch with us online. We're on facebook.com/NewsGenerationGH. We're also on Twitter @NewsGenGH. Until next time, enjoy the rest of our programs and have a good day. Bye. News Generation, supported by
Cowbell with Vitarid.